Dun Shows World.
Welcome to Shows World Gamers, Josh here, and as this week draws to a close, I wanted to take a moment to look at this week's biggest news stories, this week's gaming announcements, and this week's new video game releases. But do me a quick favor, if this is your first time on the channel, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of the fun. Alright gamers, let's kick off this week in review with a few news stories. Now, the next Nintendo console was officially confirmed by Nintendo President Mr. Furukawa in a tweet where he stated, "This is Furukawa, President of Nintendo. We will make an announcement about the successor to Nintendo Switch within this fiscal year. It will have been over 9 years since we announced the existence of the Nintendo Switch back in March of 2015. We will be holding a Nintendo Direct this June regarding the Nintendo Switch software lineup for the latter half of 2024. But please be aware that there will be no mention of the Nintendo Switch successor during that presentation." Now, we also found out about some, pretty disappointing game cancellations thanks to a video by Do You Know Gaming. It turns out Vicarious Visions, the team that brought us the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy and the Tony Hawk 1 and 2 remake, had 2 games canceled that gamers have been clamoring for. One being a remake of Tony Hawk 3 and 4, and the other was actually a 3D Donkey Kong game being made in partnership with Nintendo. Unfortunately, Activision, the parent company of Vicarious Visions, canceled the projects and has since disbanded the developer. Now, Sony and Valve were under massive scrutiny over the weekend after Sony announced PC players of the hit multiplayer game Helldivers 2 will soon need to set up a PSN account to continue playing the game. Unfortunately, this meant certain countries where a PSN account is not available would no longer be able to play the game. This triggered Steam to delist the game in 170 countries and start refunding unhappy gamers. Fortunately, PlayStation did reevaluate the situation and decided to cancel the account leaking update. Now, in some extremely disappointing news that came out this week from Microsoft, a number of Bethesda studios, including Redfall, Deathloop, Prey, and Dishonored developer Arcane Austin, Hi-Fi Rush and the Evil Within developer Tango Gameworks, Alpha Dog Games, the devs behind the Mighty Doom mobile game, and Roundhouse Studios have all been shut down. This news seems to be the final straw for many gamers, as many online are now calling for head of Xbox Phil Spencer to be removed.
We'll take down this company, one boss at a time.
Next up, let's take a look at some gaming announcements. Now, a game I'm really excited for is the Nintendo World Championship NES Edition, coming exclusively to the Nintendo Switch on July 18th. The game will be a collection of competitive challenges on a variety of NES games with weekly leaderboards and multiplayer modes with up to 8 players. The digital version is available now for pre-order and will release on July 18th. And I believe the price on that one it's like $30, but they also released a special edition with a ton of cool stuff. The price of that's $60. I personally ordered one. I think it looks really cool. But if you're interested in that, I wouldn't wait around. I would order that as soon as possible, as it is expected to sell out. Now, we also received an official release date trailer for Gundam Breaker 4. The game is releasing on the Nintendo Switch, the PlayStation 4, the PlayStation 5, and PC on August 29th. The game has you creating your own custom Gundam and then taking on missions. The newest iteration in the long-running series allows for more customization than ever. Now, Rocket Rumble received an official release date announcement trailer of May 23rd on the PlayStation 5, PC, and Xbox Series systems. The game is an online 4-player party racing brawler where you battle it out as your characters jet forward down the track with a rocket pack, dodging obstacles and battling other racers. Alright gamers, let's finish up with this week's new game releases. Now, Hades 2, the sequel to the amazing roguelike action-adventure game that kicked off that avalanche of roguelike games we see releasing now, just went into early access and is playable on PC. The download is available on both the Epic Game Store and Steam. The first game was and still is one of my favorite roguelike games ever released. The full version of the game is expected on PC and consoles in late 2024. Now, Pac-Man Mega Tunnel Battle Chomp Champs released this week on the Nintendo Switch, the PlayStation 4, the PlayStation 5, PC, Xbox One, and Xbox Series systems. The game is an online-only multiplayer battle royale game where 64 players fight to survive across interconnected mazes where you will be chomping not only ghosts, but also other paths. You can use power items to mix up the action and do it all in style with a plethora of cosmetic options as you battle 63 others in a match to be the last pack standing. Now, Gift released this week on the Nintendo Switch, the PlayStation 4, the PlayStation 5, PC, Xbox One, and Xbox Series systems. You start by waking up on a luxury cruise ship. The game revolves around the story of your attempts to escape from the sinking ship and a group of passengers you feel nostalgic about. The puzzle platformer has been compared to games like Inside and the Little Nightmare games, and I enjoy that style of game, so this is definitely a game I'm looking forward to playing when I get a chance. Now, Animal Well released this week on the Nintendo Switch, the PC, and PlayStation 5. The game is a Metroidvania-style game where you will explore a surreal, interconnected labyrinth and unravel its many secrets. You'll collect items, solve puzzles, and manipulate the environment as you try to survive what lurks in the dark. Also, Rainbow Cotton released this week on the Nintendo Switch, the PlayStation 4, the PlayStation 5, PC, as well as on Xbox systems. The game is a remake of a Dreamcast game from the year 2000. The long-running popular Japanese shoot-'em-up series switched up the gameplay with this title, as the game is a rail shooter. You play as a young witch flying on her broomstick on a quest to defeat the evil demon Tweed and retrieve a stolen willow candy from York Country. Alright gamers, that concludes this week in review for the week ending on May 10th. The week started with May the 4th, other known as Star Wars Day, where we celebrated the day watching Star Wars movies, building Star Wars Lego sets, and playing all the new Star Wars content added to Fortnite. Then, we found out directly from Nintendo that we will be hearing about Nintendo's next console within the next, about 10 months, and that we will be getting a Nintendo Direct in June. And the week ended with the return of an icon as we got a new Pac-Man game. But let me know anything we may have missed in the comments, and thanks for joining us today, gamers. Shoach World, out.